everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a new episode of Toytography Live. I am your host, Brian Carr. It is so great to see you guys once again. It's been a fun week. It's been an interesting week. It's been a crazy week. It's been all of the above week. But we are here to have a good time. Thankfully, it's the end of the week. You know, with me, before we used to celebrate the hump day, and now we celebrating the weekend. So we're just getting all excited with that. As always, it's always, we want to have a good show, fun show and everything. And so I have some special things to share with you guys. But I'll just say this particular episode is extra special. And it's extra special because I'm not alone. So let me go ahead and bring in our special guest that we have today. First and foremost, I will bring in Mr. Ken Turner. Hello, sir. Good to see you.
How are you?
Glad that you are here. And I gotta say, man, when I first saw you show up, I'm like, see, this is the reason why I need to have a better background. And it just looks like,
it's a wide angle lens, so it looks more plentiful than it is.
Hey, as I say, I have big plans for the things that are coming. And so one of the things that's going to be included in that space is having a nice, beautiful background. So we are working on that. But again, we are not alone because we have another special guest along with us. So please help me welcome Mr. George Jesus. Hello, sir.
Hey, I almost rotated my camera completely away from this place. I saw Ken and I was like, why? What? I'll own my shame.
I mean, hey, this literally, I have this stuff and it's only sitting right here because this is just what I snagged at the store while I was out. So I just shut it up there. Well, it is what it is.
I'll tell you, I'm sitting at my work table. This is down in my sort of play studio area. And last night about 11 o'clock, I'm on a rolly. My chair's rolly.
Okay.
When I got up last night, my chair rolled that way and it bumped this shelf right into it. I mean, everything. So this morning when I got up, I had to come down and I probably spent an hour reorganizing all of the couple of these shelves because I wiped out the whole thing. I was so mad.
My goodness!
Until tomorrow.
Man, I gotta say you need to maybe buy some pool noodles and glue it to the floor or something.
I don't know.
So there's a barrier or something so it won't slam into that. Well, thank you guys for being here. I expect this show to be a pretty fun little show. I specifically brought you guys on here because of what you guys had mentioned last week, and so I wanted to hear about it. And so I figured, well, I know I'm not the only one who wants to hear about the experience, everything. So we'll dive into the experience that you guys just recently had. Before we get into that, let's see if we can see some folks who showed up. We have Faithful Steve, who is headed off to the hobby store and at some point is going to come back. So thanks very much for being here, Steve. We have Bram all the way from Japan, man. Thank you so much. I'm glad we are here to start your day. And we have 60 Pick Rick. Hello, sir. And he's saying hello to Ken, and he has said hello to George as well. So yes, much love to the guys. Glad you guys are here. Just to go over some quick announcements with everyone. Just want to let everybody know that the new Toytography magazine is available right now. We interviewed Brian Fankhauser, and I mean, even with the photo, I've seen some of the photos that he has recently been posting, and I'm like, oh man, that would have looked good in the magazine. Just kind of just posting stuff in there. But he has been, man, he has gone all out with those skeletons, and I mean, just so much stuff that he has done, including the I can't remember what her name is. The new figure that just released, the Barbarian Girl, that was released. He posted a couple of pictures with that, and the skeletons were all there. It was funny. I'll just mention another little thing that we had talked about during this interview that I had with him for the magazine. We were actually talking about these skeletons and everything. And he was like, oh, he said, I love these skeletons so much. He said, my son be trying to, you know, bug me and be like, Dad, you keep using them skeletons for every shot you do. So it's like, hey, if it works, it works. And so yeah, it's some really cool ideas that he has come up with. I've been actually very tempted to get the set because I think you can buy a box set. I think it's still available at Big Bad Toy Store. I think so. Yeah, you should be able to get that. But I mean, that's one of the coolest things, and also one of the most challenging things to do is taking a photo with multiple characters, you know, all in the shot. That's a very, very hard thing to do. Just trying to keep everything together. That actually reminds me of when Ken was doing his shot and he was trying to put all the Cheetos all in the one spot, trying to get everything coming out the bag. So,
A lot of wires.
yeah, right. Just, I mean, we just talking about some Cheetos, man. Yeah, the wires all over everywhere. So, but that was a real clever thing that you did. So, yeah, you know, it's a challenge to work with these things. So, just want to let everybody know that the new issue is now available. Also, like I mentioned before, this was the final issue for now that we've released for Toytography magazine. And since we had mentioned before that every new issue that we release, the previous issue from that year goes away. But now we've changed all of that. So now all of the issues have now returned. They are available in both the printed version and the digital copies. They're available right now on Toytography Mag, so you guys can go there and pick out any one you want. They're all there and available. You guys can purchase the digital copy from the link that we have on the page, or you can order the printed copy from us. So yeah, so those are all available right now. But we have I mean, you know, as they say never. So I'll just say for right now, we have just put a stop on the issues of Toytography magazine because of the new venture that we have started this year, which, you know, quite a few people are aware. But for those of you that are not aware of it, we are now planning to open a physical store. So Toytography exhibit and camera store is currently in the works. Things are still progressing with that. Really nothing to report this week, but I expect to have some new things to share with you guys next week as far as just the progress is concerned. As of right now, I'll just say that we are still looking for a location. Like, we know that we want to be in the area of Big Bear. But I don't know, it's just been a little bit difficult trying to find a space that matches the size that we want. So I'll just say, worst case scenario, if we don't find the size that we want, then we'll grab the size that we can get and then just work with that. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. This is just me. Once I want to do something, I am determined. So this is not going to stop with this whole thing. I mean, I gotta say, I don't know how you guys are, but my area that I do my photography in, you know, especially when the seasons change and I'm not allowed to go outside, I'm pretty restricted as far as the area that I work. And so that is one of the big reasons why I want to open this store, is because I need new workspace. I really need a new workspace. And I don't know, it's just the area that I'm in right now. I used to just make do, but I'm pretty sure you guys will feel it too. Sometimes you get to an area, and when you look at the area that you have to work in, you're just like, you know what, I'm not even inspired to do anything right now. So it's just like, that's how it feels right now. It's just like, man, I really want to do something, but I just, you know, it just doesn't really get the creative juices flowing and stuff. So I have to work with that. But that's one of the other reasons why I want to open this store, because I really think it's going to be something that's really amazing. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So we're still hunting for locations. I do have a couple of people I'm going to contact who are going to, I believe they're supposed to make me aware of some other locations that I haven't even seen yet. So But either way, it's going to be pretty amazing. Yeah, and it is. Bram, it is a gosh, I love the area. I absolutely love the area. Actually, I don't know if I could do it right now. But I'll post some photos in the group that I took in this area, which is why I love it so much. I mean, this area has made a beautiful looking indoor. Okay. So I have literally gone up there and taken some Star Wars photos. I've gone up there and taken some cowboy photos and stuff where they're, on the water, things like that. There's been some amazing shots that I've been able to take doing toy photography up there. So I absolutely love being up there, and I fell in love with the space. And so that's why this was the best area to pick to be. So I am super excited about not only showing you guys the store, but also diving deeper into the surrounding area of where we're going to be. So yeah,
Brian,
yeah.
Are you all? And you said that if we were traveling from out of state, we could just come stay at your house, right? If we were coming to visit. Show up and knock. Didn't I hear that? I thought I heard that last week.
I will say that if there's some space on the shelf and you can squeeze in that space, you're more than welcome to squeeze there. If you can fit, hey, we'll make it work.
It's gonna be like Toy Story. We just have to stay still until he's not around.
Battle pose.
Exactly. That's the way it's gonna be for right now. That's a temporary thing. Because man, I'll tell you, I'm glad you're saying this right now. My wife is not wild because she'd be like, "You said what?
You invited them all."
I was implied. Read between the lines.
If that's the case, I'm gonna be sending you a private message, Kim. Like, man, my wife told me I could come stay with you because.
Until further.
So anyway, that's pretty much what I have to share as far as any updates or anything. I do have a couple of figures that I received in the mail that I'll share with you guys. But did you guys receive anything this week that you got? Any new stuff? Okay.
I knew you were going to do this. So
okay. Oh, which by the way, 6 Pix said it was the Gold Hilda. That was the name of the figure that he was using for the skeleton. So okay, all right. So what you got there, George?
Okay, so I don't know. This is sometimes frowned upon. It's an unlicensed figure. Am I allowed to show that?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I mean, this is, to me. I mean, I understand this is like other companies stuff like that, but for me, from my perspective, art is art, no matter who makes the thing. So
good.
Yeah.
As soon as I ordered this, Mezco announced their Sin City Mar figure, but I had already ordered.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it is awesome. Like this, iPad camera doesn't do it justice, but this is smooth. Accessories are pretty crazy. Yeah, this is awesome. I haven't shot with him yet because I'm building a Dio. I was inspired by my experience last week and by this guy here, Ken. So I'm building a Dio just for this guy.
Do you think that body is like the same body that was used for the recent like Chaos Batman and Superman? Do you think it might be the same one?
So I don't know because I ordered the Chaos Superman.
Okay.
And I got stiffed on AliExpress with it, so I never got it. I got a nice little metal washer in the mail.
Oh man!
And so I'd be able to compare.
Deal.
Yeah, and it was one of those too good to be true type of deals that I kind of fell for and had the afterthought, but thought, you know what, I paid PayPal, I'll be protected, and luckily I was. But
right, okay.
There's like Canadian, it's like $450 Canadian, and it's just not going to find it at its original price.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! And that was a Superman.
It's awesome.
Okay. Because I know there's between the two. I know the Superman one was the only one that had like the light up eyes, stuff like that. So yeah.
If I compare the photos that I've seen of the Superman one looked like he had a very big upper body. This one looks pretty proportionate. So
okay.
From the photos, maybe not. But unless I had both hand in hand, I couldn't really say definitive.
Got you. Okay.
But this one's nice and proportionate. It moves honestly like I want to say like butter. But it's very, very smooth.
Could you let me see, man? I wanted to hold up again for that so I can hold on me.
Yeah.
Let me remove.
There we go. A little bit of an exclusive close-up. I feel like the only person here too. Awesome articulation. He's got this really cool head peg right over here too that I've been seeing a lot on some other figures. I've been seeing those ads for the 6-inch plus figures that are being advertised, like the new Green Scar, as well as those Punisher figures that they're teasing left, right, and center. Really, really good articulation. So head up, head down, arms go yay high. Doesn't have a butterfly joint, but he does have full 360-degree rotation with the double jointed elbows. Some good wrist articulation, but these little bandages here kind of hinder that a little bit. The legs move pretty good, but the pants do push them back down. So whenever I force it up, they will come down on their own. I'm a little afraid to force it too much and fear that I might rip the pants. Torso articulation is insane. Goes all the way back this much, and then goes forward this much. And he's got some decent foot articulation. He just kind of rocks around, and he's got some ankle pivot as well. So, yeah, I am super happy with this for what I paid for it. Well worth it. Very, very cool figure.
So let me see, because I think I mean when you remove the head,
yep,
that reminded me of the Superman one because
oh really?
Yeah, because actually it's the same type of a joint for it.
Yeah.
So
the place I've seen that is the 6-inch plus because they're demonstrating all those new Punishers.
Yeah, there you go.
Remember that?
Yeah. Yes. So that was I think actually, Ken, I want to see yours, man. What's the dude, that detail? Oh my gosh.
He's got limited edition Doomsday version.
Wow.
Because these trunks are plastic, and I was trying to pose this leg, and it snapped out of the joint. And you can't see it. There's no way to get in there and even see what's going on, so I can't get it to pop back into place.
Oh.
So he's just flopping around like a I don't know, like a college student.
Looks like he's running really fast.
Yeah. So he's just battle damaged and laying on the shelf.
So I know that Rick was asking like what company that makes them, but I think that even though the company might be different, that body, like anybody can purchase that body. Because I've seen the body who's. So what's the name of the company that made that Marv?
It says Adam 112 scale, Guilty Land, Kane the Postman. So Adam.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it could just be that they bought that body, but the only thing they did was the clothing and the head sculpt, and of course all the accessories and stuff that comes with it. So that makes sense.
Yeah,
that totally makes sense. But yeah, that's a cool looking Marv. That is really a cool looking Marv.
The only other Marv I have is the NECA version from the first Sin City movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It looks great. It's a great sculpt. It looks a lot like Mickey Rourke's.
It does.
But the articulation, he might as well be Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
I mean, that was a time when both NECA and McFarlane was doing figures with a lot of detail, but you couldn't do anything else.
Yeah, they were like posable statues in the sense that like you can get into a pose, but it was very limited, and they had a pose in mind. Yeah, that wanted him to make it look like he was raising his arm or something.
Yeah. And that was that. I think that was just made during the time when people believed you had to have one or the other. Like you couldn't have detail and articulation. You would just have to have articulation or great detail. And that's what you need. You need somebody else to come along to say, no, you can do both. And so that's what we're getting. And that's just, that's just the great thing about I mean, yes, we're doing toy photography here, but that's just the great thing about these figures is just watching things evolve with new technology that comes in, and people just like, hey, we could do this, we can pull this off, and stuff like that. So like for instance, the InArt figures, I understand what they're trying to do as far as like being revolutionary with putting magnets on the feet, but you got a top heavy figure, that's why they keep falling over. But it's still the possibility that they could be onto something, because I do like the Buzz Lightyear that Pop Mart did. There's magnets on the feet, and it makes it so easy for me when I'm doing toy photography, because I can take that Buzz Lightyear, take him outside, put I have a metal plate that I bought, and I just cut it so where it's the shape that it'll be able to hold him up, cover it up with debris, and I can have him stand on one leg if I wanted to, and you wouldn't even know, because the magnets, strong magnets that are in the feet, because there's two different versions of that Buzz Lightyear, but one is die cast. So naturally he's going to be too heavy to stand up or anything, but having magnets on the feet, that allows me to be able to move around and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just technology as we're going. So Ken, sir, what do you have with you?
So I loaded up at the Action Figure Comic-Con last weekend. So
okay.
There was a guy there that was selling his like personal. He was selling like water filters or something. But he had a bunch of his own personal stuff that he was just getting rid of. So by the end of the day, he was practically giving stuff away. So I bought a set of 6 of the Play Arts Arkham City figures.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I got Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and Ivy.
Okay.
They're pretty good. They don't stand up so well, and they don't have peg holes, so I need to get some little stands for them. So, but they're not too bad. And then I got the Robin as well.
Oh, nice.
Which is really nice.
Yeah.
And then there's another Batman. I forgot to get him off the shelf. But then this Batman, the Dark Knight.
Oh.
This is what got me, man. Like, this was just like, oh my. When I saw this, I'm like, I got to buy this, because I photographed this. Like, it's so badass, right?
Yeah,
so,
man. I saw the photos that you uploaded. So yeah, those are cool too.
So I got these guys.
Okay.
So now I spent a little more than I definitely spent more than I made.
Okay.
And then I picked up a couple of Mezco. I got the Captain America.
All right.
Just only because I'm not really a Marvel guy, but for photography, I figured I tend to lean into my own fandom. So I got lots of Star Wars, lots of Batman, DC stuff, Muppets, things that are kind of like my own personal thing, but I don't have a lot that's sort of outside my own personal interest. Star Wars, but I don't know. I figure if you're trying to appeal to a larger group of people, other people like things that I don't necessarily have a fondness for. So, I have to kind of branch out a little bit. But now that Batman was my favorite until I unboxed the Invincible Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
Which, oh my goodness, this is probably my favorite figure to photograph of all time right now.
Really?
This guy, kind of as an afterthought, he's got these 2 flaming fists or simmer. I don't know what you call it. But he's got 2 of these. These photographs so well. Oh my gosh. It catches all, just because there's so much texture in there. It catches every shadow, every bit of light, and I had smoke and everything. And oh man, it was so good. And he's heavy. He's made of metal.
Okay.
As opposed to plastic, obviously. So he's got some weight to him. But man, he photographs so well. So
the articulation is really good on him as well?
Articulation's not too bad. I mean, you're not going to get crazy battle poses out of him.
Okay.
But just kind of walking through the chaos. Remember that scene in the first Iron Man where he fires the rocket and everything? Things blow up behind him and he just walks away like he's, like that kind of stuff. You're going to get something really cool, which I did.
Okay.
amazing. So
nice.
So I'm really excited and this was, again, he was an afterthought. I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll get him. And I'm so glad I did because
so that red really shows up on camera when you
the red shows up. And again, these plasma things, they photographed so well. There's so much texture, and again, it was all blacks and reds and yellows that I was shooting with. So it looks like I had to do almost nothing as far as post-production is concerned. Although I will say that after the con last weekend, George and I were having a beer together, and I said, like, what's your process, man? Like, your stuff is so good. And so, George, I apologize. I'm not stealing your style. I'm just trying stuff out because I'm just trying new new stuff, right?
Yeah.
To the next level, and that's
nice.
See, on the flip, you inspired me because I saw the Dio that you made, and for your detective's office, and it totally got me into wanting to do more practical photography. My digital posts, because I'm known for that, putting all my digital effects in. But I do want to do more of that. I kind of want to branch out from the Toytography challenge. When I started doing that a little bit more, you pushed us to do that.
Right.
Seeing Ken's work up front and also seeing what he's made live in front of me, it really made me want to do something to kind of add a little bit more to my repertoire. And, I'm working on it right now. So
that's good.
Hard at work. I'm pushing the hell out of it.
That's good. Because honestly, it just sometimes when you do practical stuff, your photos tend to look a little more grounded, and people just kind of, I don't know. It's just in the basics of the photo, people can just relate to what's going on. And it
looks a lot more real life. Like what
exactly right.
Look as fantastical and I guess maybe exaggerated as some of my other photos are, because obviously with the effects, that the fire is not real. Know that my Iron Man wouldn't be actually shooting a real ray out of his repulsor.
Right.
It would be mostly digital, but I do want to do something a little bit more grounded and just take those more down to earth pictures.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing with me, because sometimes I look at the photos that even you guys do, but I look at photos that some other people have made, and I'm like, man, I would really love to do like some crazy dynamic poses like I've seen some of the people do. But sometimes my best shots are the ones that I get the most responses from are like, instead of Batman doing some crazy pose or, taking on enemies and stuff like that, people will love the photos that I take of Bruce Wayne walking down a hallway after he just pulled his mask off, and he's just like, you could look at that and be like, oh man, I know he's got to be tired, by this time. And it's just like, people look at the simplicity of those things. Like I did a shot at least like 2 years ago. I did a shot of like the X-Men, and I put Gambit and Cyclops in, like, they were in a locker room getting dressed to go out for the fight, So I literally got like Gambit putting on his jacket, and people look at the simplicity of those things and they're like, wow, that thing looks amazing and stuff like that. And I'm like, really? I mean, he's not jumping, it's just like, but again, that's, if people look at those kind of things and they can, they can relate to that kind of stuff. So yeah. But it's at the same time, it's good to have a range, being able to do those things, like, because even though you're saying you want to do more of things similar to what Ken is doing, it's like still also keep what you're already doing, so that you can be like, hey, you know what? I've been doing this for a while. Let me go back to, what I did, because that worked as well. It's like it just widens your arsenal. That's really all it is. And what the things that you're able to do, so you don't look like a one-trick pony. You just you try a number of different things. That's part of the reason why I started dipping back into the 1/12 scale stuff, because there are just certain poses that a 1/6 scale figure cannot pull off because of the clothing or stuff like that. Like, gosh, I just recently saw the release of the George Clooney Batman and Robin figures that Hot Toys released, and the figures look great, but they were trying to be movie accurate with the outfits, which means if the actors are restricted, your figures are going to be restricted too. You're not going to be able
right back to 1989 Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
And he turns to give commissioner thumbs up.
Right. You want to look up your whole body.
Like,
exactly. You know, it's like that's the thing. It's like you want to be able to, you know, it's like I'm already looking at that and I'm like, nope, not buying that. You know, so that's that. But when it comes to 1/12 scale stuff, it's like you can really articulate a lot of cool things. Which brings me to
Sorry, it's so much easier to build diorama pieces for 1/12 scale too.
That too,
right?
That
like we should see they had a diorama room at this Comic-Con that we were.
Oh, okay.
They brought in, like, the middle of the room was this massive series of pieces that people had brought in and contributed. They were selling pieces and things, but like they had like this. Well, they were Marvel Legends figures, I guess. So what that scale? What's that scale? That's less than 1/12, right? Like that's whatever that's. Yeah. But anyways, like it was like a apartment building, but it was like life-size scale, and it was just being demolished, and half of it was missing, and Juggernaut was coming through the wall, and everybody was having this full-on like no holds barred. Like it was unbelievable, highly detailed inside and out. Can't imagine the number of hours that went into something like that.
Yeah,
my 7-year-old son could stand up inside of it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he's a 7-year-old kid, but still.
Right.
I'll walk into this thing and literally do a 360 and walk out. It was huge.
Oh, my
Table,
God.
It was taller than us. On the floor, a little bit shorter, but massive.
And they managed to get that into the con to be able to.
Well, it's got to be
in sections,
right? Like it's modular, but
yes.
But the amount of detail that went into it was I don't know how long it took or how much.
See, so that's part of the thing that I wanted to do for the so, and it won't be in every section of the store, but I am going to have, just certain figures on display with dioramas, and there'll be some that are just in like, in cases and stuff like that. But one of the dioramas that I want to have that I know, I was like, I told my wife, I was like, I know this is going to be like the biggest thing, and I wanted to swap out certain pieces, periodically, so people won't just get stuck seeing the same figures on display all the time. But one of the biggest dioramas that I already know it's going to be big is I want to do a 1/6 scale Batcave, and I want to kind of make it generic so that if I wanted to put the Ben Affleck Batman in there, I could. And if I want to put the Christian Bale Batman in there, I could. If I want to put the video game Batman version in there, I could. Just being able to do those things. There's actually, I can't remember what the name of the guy who did it, but there is a YouTube video I saw where this guy just made this really large Batcave, and he has all of the Batman figures in there, and they're all 1/6 scale. And they're all in certain sections of the Batcave. He just threw them all. So you got Michael Keaton, you got Ben Affleck, you got Christian Bale, you got all of them, and they're all in their own sections of the Batcave. And I mean, it just looks absolutely amazing. And so that's one of the things I wanted to be able to set up. Like, all right, I want to be able to have this thing so that'll be like the one big wow factor when people go into the gallery, is just seeing. Because man, it has to be big because one, there's 1/6 scale stuff that I have. But two, I have the tumbler. I need a space for the tumbler. It's like I want to be able to have that space in there. And I bought the Hot Toys Armory. So I want to be able to have the space for the Armory. And I got the Bat Pod and I got the Bat Cycle from the Flash movie. I got all this. So I want to be able to have all of those things all in the space. And so I'm just thinking like, gosh, a 1/6 scale diorama, that's going to be just absolutely massive. So I'll figure it out when that day comes. But that's one of the reasons why I'm looking at these spaces. Like, okay, will I be able to have a section, for this and be able to have, because it's going to be Marvel, DC, pop culture, Star Wars, just all kinds of things and various things throughout, periodically. Like I said, it's going to be changing. So it's going to be stuff like that. But anyway, as far as stuff I picked up, I know I probably got more than this, but I'm only going to show the 2 that I have. So, and this is funny because I have both 1/12 scale and a 1/6 scale figure. I'm going to show you guys. But so my 1/12 scale figure that I picked up was this is the LPZZ. This is the Deathstroke. So I managed to get that, and so far I've been taking some pretty good pictures in it. The articulation in it is amazing. So I've been having a lot of fun with that, and I've actually, I don't know if I posted any pictures in the group yet, but I did take a couple of pictures with him. I am so far behind on doing unboxings. I'll get to it. I really, like I said, when I go in and I look at the area where I usually film, when I go in there, I'm like, oh man, I don't even know if I want it. It's I don't know. The day is coming. The day is coming. The other thing I picked up, this is I sold. For those of you guys that were watching last week, I showed you guys that I had the Armored 2.0 Batman, the Ben Affleck Batman. So honestly, I ordered that figure by mistake. So the one that I actually wanted is the one that showed up a couple of days ago. So this is the deluxe version of the Batman. So this is the one that actually comes with the Kryptonite spear and the diorama base and everything. So yeah, and also has like the battle damage pieces. And the cool thing is die cast. So yeah. So I got some big plans for this guy as well, but that's why I really haven't taken him out the box yet. But yeah, I'm going to at some point, get a bunch of pictures with those guys. But yeah, so those are the only 2 things that I really picked up that were coming this week. I got a number of different things. I bought the Hush Batman the Hush Superman that Popmart did. So that's going to be arriving soon. And what else did I pick up? Can't remember the other things that I picked up, but they're on their way. Should be coming any day now. So we'll see when they arrive. So I see this thing. I was like, oh yeah, my dad just came into. He's like, yeah, it's a cool looking figure. Like the thing that impresses me is no matter how you move the arms or anything like that, the way they did the joints, it hides the joints and everything. It's like they articulated so much. And I have the LPZZ Batman that they did for that one too. Which the other cool thing I found, which I'll share this with you guys because it came in the box. So when you get the figure, like when you buy the Batman figure, they have an insert that told you that the Deathstroke was coming, and so they said it was coming soon. When you get the Deathstroke figure, they announce that the Arkham Knight is going to be coming. Mm-hmm. So I am pretty excited about that one too. Be able to mess around with them because I know the articulation is going to be insane on that one too. So But yeah, those are the two things that that I picked up this week, and there's more stuff coming. So yeah. But going back to what you guys are saying, was there any other things at the con that like that stood out to you guys you want to mention?
Yeah, I mean the diorama room was definitely one of the more memorable for us for toy photographers sections. But what was really cool was that there was this entire like wall of fame like set up for toy photography. They had this entire wall with toy photography from photographers from all over the world. So you couldn't be there in person. People submitted their photos, they got printed out, and they were all up there with their names. They had their own nameplates.
Okay.
And that was really cool to see because you see your own image there, but you see who you're among, and it's just felt like a wall of fame. And it was
really cool. And there's probably maybe 50 up there. Like it was a lot. Like
wow.
It was a ton, and we took lots of photos with them. Everybody was taking selfies with theirs because there were toy photographers that were there. It was myself, Ken, and
mine's on my wall right behind.
Okay.
And it was cool. Like, but for me, the wall of fame was cool. The diorama room was cool, but it was the in-person experience. I mean, as cheesy as it might sound, as soon as I walked in, I started seeing people I recognized that I'd never in real life, and it was just weird. I saw Ken and I beelined it for him.
Usually it goes the other in the way, the opposite. Like people see and they go the opposite direction.
You had your back to me, so I was like, Ken.
See, and that's the thing. That's the reason why it's like it's good to have cons like that, because it is. I mean, it's nice to see your photos, in the social media where everybody can see, but sometimes stuff can get just lost in the sea of people, and it really doesn't feel personal anymore. So to be able to be there and see all the people that you see the photos and everything, and you're able to make the connections, that's great. I mean, Ken was telling me about the little after party that you guys had where you guys were able to meet up, and that's the root of why this is so important to have a community like this, because it's like you go to your toy photography for some people, they go and they do their toy photography to escape, and to get away from things, and to escape to a room where you see someone there escaping for the same reason, or for whatever reason it is, they're like, hey, we can relate to that too, and it's just cool to be able to have somebody you can talk to, because we've all been there too. Somebody ask you, oh, what do you do? What do you do for fun? Oh, I take pictures of toys. And they're like, really? Okay. So it's just like to be able to talk to somebody else who's like, me too. What do you get pictures of? What do you use? How do you do that? And be able to share those kind of things. It's like that's the joy that comes in, and that's just makes it exciting to do those kind of things. So I'm glad you guys experienced all of that. Was there anything else that you guys want to mention? Because I mean, this is stuff good to know for for the next year. Someone will be like, oh man, I missed it this year, but I didn't really think it was anything. But you're sharing these things going to make them want to do it next time.
There was one cool thing that happened at George and I both had a situation where I don't know how many. I had one. George maybe had more, but it was like people asking you to sign your work. So that's pretty cool when they want to sign it. That's pretty awesome. But I had this, actually the same person who asked me to do this was a little girl, and she had a million questions. She was there with her mom. Her dad was off somewhere else, and she was like, you can take pictures of toys? Like, she was just like in awe that not only does she love toys and all these other people love toys, and there's toys all over the place, but you can also take pictures of them. And so she was really excited about that. And I said, yeah, you've got toys at home, don't you? And she's like, yeah. And her mom's like, oh yeah, we have so many toys. And so I was like, well then, and I said, do you have a phone? She goes, yeah, I have a phone. Well then take pictures of your toys. You can be a toy photographer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then she brought her dad over, and her dad bought a picture, and she bought a picture, and you know, so it kind of built the whole thing. But you got to be able to say, like, look, yeah, this is a thing that people do, and it's fun. And just because I'm like a crazy old man doesn't mean that, you know, it's not for everybody. You know,
Right, right,
playing. You know, it's all it is. It's just, it's a chance for people to, you know, young or old, just say, people are always like, you can do this. This is a thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes with contempt, but usually with with this, like, really, people do this. This is so cool.
Yes.
You know?
It's I mean,
it is. It's such a great hobby. It's so much. And sorry, I'm gonna add one more thing.
Yeah.
And George is a testament to this. Actually, just people are so willing to just share. You know what? You know, there's so many other hobbies, or, you know, communities in you know, a community, but I'm by myself, because people are like, nope, these are my trade secrets. I'm not telling you what.
Right.
It's my stuff, and people aren't willing to share the recipe, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I've found time and time again in this particular group of people, if you have a question, people are just more than happy to say, yeah, sure, this is what I do. This is how I do it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And the other cool thing with that too is I can share step by step how I do something, especially when it comes to my digital effects. But you could follow it to the letter, and it's not going to look at all, because your composition, how you light your figures, how you pose them, your whole setup might not be the same as mine. And even if you try to emulate that, it's still not going to look the exact same way that if it's going to look like your photo. And that's that's a lot of fun, and that's where I take value in not gatekeeping, because there's no point in it. You're just sharing best practices. You're helping empower everybody else. They're sharing you. It's a two-way street. I went to the con, you know, obviously looking to, you know, meet a lot of people and whatnot, but I went there initially seeking inspiration, and I found a lot of it. I didn't realize that I would be, or how much in a position I would be to inspire others.
Yeah.
And I had this little kid that came up to my table with his dad, and they were looking at my photos. We were talking about taking pictures, and his dad was like, you know, my son's actually an excellent animator. And this kid, I think he was like 11 or 12 years old. I'm like, animation? I'm like, okay, what have you got going on? And the kid was just super shy, didn't want to share anything. I made him a harder. I gave him something, and I'm like, okay, you see your work. This animated Stitch.
Oh, wow.
And in a day, this was like top tier animation. I was like, there's no way this kid did this. And his dad showed me like a lot of what he's doing. He was taking BTS videos of his kid, and he showed me that it is amazing. This kid didn't know it, but he's too shy to share his work. But we need a lot more of that. We need a lot more people letting them know how good they can be, how good they already are, and just sharing best practices. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's I don't know if you guys knew about it, but I showed the video to my son. The Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie, the whole Lego sequence, that whole sequence was done by a kid. Like the people in production saw what he did and immediately contacted the parents and said, we want him to create a scene for the movie. And they literally sent him like a top of the line computer. Wow. And they even went to the parents and was just like, okay, is he going to be able to do this and do school at the same time? You know, we don't want to take away from us. And it was like, oh yeah, we'll, you know, work things out. And so literally he did that whole scene was done by that kid, you know, doing stop motion with the Lego stuff. And it's like that's all you need. You just need somebody who be like, you can do this. Yes, you can do this, and be able to pull it off and you know, share all kinds of tips and things like that in order to get them going. Because man, I mean, with the knowledge that we have, we can share this with kids and they can start learning things. And, you know, as they grow, more technology is going to come in.
Yeah.
There's going to be more stuff you're going to be able to do. And then it's just going to, just go to higher heights. And so that's the reason why it's good to be in those kind of places at those cons, to one, be able to share tips amongst others, but also people who, like you said, they show up and they're like, I didn't even know this was a thing, and to walk away, like I'm almost positive that girl spoke to Ken, and when she got home, she was like, I want to take photos of just all this kind of stuff. It's like that kind of thing causes you to feel like, okay, yeah, I am making an impact somewhere. I am doing something, and it's like you may step into a thing with one specific reason, but have multiple outcomes by the time you're done. And it just brings joy to be able to do all of that. Actually, Bram says that he said, oh, 112 scope car. Oh, he's currently building a car. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Yeah. And see, I know Bram sometimes he'll put some behind the scenes stuff on that too. So yeah, by all means, share all that stuff, because those are the kind of things that we love to see. I mean, it's just always fun to be able to share what we're doing, and like I said, being able to meet with other people who do the same thing and be able to get ideas from other people. Because I mean, again, you can share with someone your tips, your equipment that you use, but just because you told them what you use or gave them tips does not mean they're going to do it the same way you did it. They're just going to take the tips and run with it to do their own thing, and so that's for those people who like to play things close to the chest and be like, I really don't want to, share it. It's like, come on now. Then they're not going to repeat, what that you're doing, unless they want to literally try to create the exact same photo that you did, which would be like, why would you? They already did the shot. Why do you want to do the same shot? I kind of feel the same way when I'm taking photos of my figures. I'm not trying to recreate scenes from the movie. You already saw the movie. You know what the scene looks like, unless I'm trying to recreate the scene, but perhaps from a different angle. I don't see the benefit of trying to do the same scene that I saw in the movie, trying to recreate. I understand even with Hot Toys, when they release those armories and they try and be like, oh yeah, you can put them in these poses and I don't want to recreate the scene. I want to do something, completely different. And, yeah, just do something different with it. So yeah, so I'm glad you guys really enjoyed yourself, and I really hope that the host of this thing saw the potential in it and be like, oh, you know what, we can turn this into an annual thing.
Well,
and it just continues to grow, because that would be really something to like really grow with those things. And I'm looking forward to hanging out at Ken's house, so he can give me a place to stay before I head up to the one.
You're more than welcome. Our spare room is Disney themed, so right, it's the most magical place on earth. Or whatever.
Have a night Arendelle.
Right.
Oh, it was amazing though, and it was probably one of the best cons I've just attended as far as organization, and so well attended for a first time event. It was
nice,
incredible.
Yeah.
They rolled it out perfectly from the build up to the actual opening of the doors.
Yeah.
There was literally no hiccups, no discernible hiccups.
Okay.
Anything that might have gone wrong was invisible outside.
Nice.
So,
that's good. That lets you know that it can be a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Where everything can run well and everybody can enjoy themselves. So that is absolutely fantastic. That's fantastic.
It was great.
Well, you guys want to take a look at some photos? We have we have some stuff that was submitted that we can take a look at. Let me see while I'm pulling this up. Let me see if I can pull up these photos here. Well, before we start taking a look at the photos, I will share our photo of the week. So this was, man, it's always hard to look at these and try and decide like which one. But I think you guys agree this was a really, really cool shot that was submitted. So photo of the week goes to Edwin Jr. Man, the lighting on this is, I mean, just fantastic. And again, I love the lighting. I love the posing of the figures as well. And literally just the way he's standing, he's like, really? You gonna come after these two dudes that are behind me that I took them out? You want to be next? It's like that's what it feels like. But I just really love the blue lighting in the background, and the with the lighting specifically on the graffiti and everything. And this is what I was talking about before about how you have other things going on in the background, but it adds to the photo. It doesn't distract the photo.
Yeah.
And I think that's what really stands out here, because it's the whole image in this. You have the foreground, you have your center stage here, and you have your background. Everything is perfectly focused. The lighting is great, so you can, even though the person in the foreground is, they're blurred, but you can totally grasp what it is they're doing and what's happening, everything. So it totally sets the tone for all of this. So this is a really, really nice shot, and definitely deserves to be photo of the week. So thank you very much to Edwin for submitting this. This is an absolutely great shot, sir. Thank you very much. You guys have anything you want to add to the photo, or anything you like?
Well, you said a lot of it. I mean, honestly, the guy in the background holding that, I guess it's a bat.
Yeah.
You think, like, is he? For me, it looks like he's contemplating what he's done. Or is he slowly walking up to Batman, and Batman's just welcoming whatever?
Yeah, right. Right.
I'm playing out scenarios in my head. This story, or the photo, tells so many stories. It's great. I got literally like no constructive feedback because I just
yes.
And this is a great figure. Like this is the Mezco.
Okay.
This is Mezco Batman, the Batman. And I have this figure, and I got it for my birthday, April last year, for my son, and I don't know what to do. I want to photograph it, but I don't know what to do with it. So this is good inspiration.
Yeah, well, it is because same thing. But I'm gonna say boat as you, because I have the Mezco Red Hood, and I have the Mezco Nightwing. And literally, I took the two out of the box, and then I put them back in the box. I'm like, I'll get to you. It's like you pull it out, you do your inspections. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, this is good. And then you get, a few ideas that you want to do, and and then it's like, okay, well, I'll get back to that. And that's, again, not any kind of dynamic poses, but it says enough.
Yeah,
it totally says enough with it, because like, even if this figure has restrictions, I'd say Edwin found a way to still be able to use it in a really, really good pose. And again, I think really what adds to it, not necessarily what I say when it comes to the posing, it's the two guys on the ground that really stand out when it comes to posing. What takes over the shot is the lighting. The lighting on it is top notch, really, really top notch. And it's, the other thing I like about it is the jumpsuits. They are a bright red, but because of the lighting, he was able to tone it down to where they're not like super standing, especially the one that's in the foreground. Just, that's bright red right in front of your face. but because of the lighting, he was able to tone it down with that. So yeah, and just keep, even with all these bright colors, the highlight is Batman in the darkest. That's just the great thing about this shot. So Edwin, man, thanks very much for submitting the photo. This was really, really cool. This is really, really nice. So with that said, we're going to take a look at the photos. These are people who submitted photos that wanted critiques. So again, all you guys have to do is just throw in your photo into the Facebook group that we have. Use the hashtag TTM Live, and we'll grab it and offer any kind of feedback that we can give. That'll help. So let's see. With that said, let me go ahead and pull up our first image here. Let's see, where are you? Here you are. First one, this is from Frederick. I saw this and I was like, oh man, it brings back memories right there. Nintendo stuff. I like this out. I think this is done really well. My only thing about it is the posing of the figures. I honestly I do have some. I have the Mezco Popeye figures. I don't have these particular figures, so I'm not really 100% sure on the articulation of the figure. But honestly, if I was to do this shot, I probably would have positioned at least Popeye in some kind of different pose or place him somewhere else, because it kind of looks like the figures are just placed there. Because Popeye is so close to Sweet Pea, it looks like he's looking past Sweet Pea, and therefore just you don't really see the interaction between the two characters because of just how stiff they kind of look. And that, so I probably would have, maybe, I don't know. I think I probably would have, if you can't really tilt the head down, I probably would have had Popeye interact with Olive Oil rather than having interact with Sweet Pea. So being so low on the floor, and just have, Sweet Pea off doing their own thing. But literally it just looks like everything is just kind of just placed there, and just being pushed in the scene rather than you actually seeing some connections here. I will say the lighting is good. This is one of the things I've noticed that what Frederick has done before, where sometimes it's so much light that even the background is lit, and it almost seems like there's no roof to the place. But it seems like that's where he changed it up here. So you do have more light shining down on what's going on in the scene rather than just lighting everything. So I do like the improvements there when it comes to the lighting. But yeah, when it comes to the figures, I think that would be the thing that I would change, is just where they are placed. You guys have anything you want to add?
Yeah, I love Frederick's photos. I love the texture and that kind of I don't know, there's something really, I don't know, grainy, but not, I don't mean grainy, just texture. Like, just I love that you can see every single line in the plan, all the texture in the brickwork. So I always look forward to his photos. I happen to have those figures. I've got a different Popeye, but
okay.
So there is a fair bit of articulation. So Sweet Pea could be looking up at him, So maybe, because so Sweet Pea's he's looking off to, off frame. Popeye's looking off frame. Olive Oil's kind of looking over our shoulder. Nobody's connecting with anybody.
Right.
So, yeah, I would kind of make it, even with the position where they are now, just that eye contact. Popeye looking down at Sweet Pea looking up at him, maybe Olive Oil kind of looking around Popeye's shoulder, like, what are they doing over there?
Yeah.
Something like that, just to connect a little bit. But
yeah,
as far as he uses that snoot lens, I think.
Oh, yes.
Which really always gives such a great, I love the perspective that it creates, and I like his work a lot. But yeah, that eye connection, I think, would help here. But that's the thing that I would say.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing. It's like everyone's kind of looking at their own thing, unless Sweet Pea maybe has the Kung Fu box open and they're looking at the box. I don't know. So he's
the props are great. The setting itself is fantastic.
Yes, it is. That's the big thing about it. I love all of that stuff that's put in there. I mean, everything in the scene works. Yes, I think that was the only thing I would change is just the posing. That's really all I would change, is just posing of the figures. So Frederick, man, thank you very much for submitting. This is, I definitely still like the shot. It is definitely a good one. So thanks very much for submitting that. Our next shot is going to be this is Jay. So Jay managed to pick up the this Batman figure, and gosh, man, Jay always hits the mark when it comes to his lighting. Just the subtle little lighting that he puts into it. And this is no exception. I mean, this is really, really nice. And that's what makes me think about the Mara figure that you have, man, because it looks like the muscle structure is roughly around the same, or at least the top half torso looks really cool.
Yeah, I think it's because it just looks so muscular, like it's just so well put together.
Yeah.
Especially because you got the cloth goods over it, so from a definition standpoint, it's harder for me to kind of tell the difference. But
yeah,
the similarities there.
I mean, the thing I love about it is just the red with the white lighting on there is very nice and soft. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's using. No, actually, this is the wired cape. At first, I was going to say he was using the cape that doesn't have the wires, but I think he is using the wires in this one. But man, just really, really nice lighting, all around, nice and soft and everything. It's really, really cool. I mean, normally when Jay does the shots, it's usually just kind of one character, and so you can, this end up being more like portrait type things. But it is still like I mean, whenever he does these shots, they're always like super nice when it comes to his lighting, because that's, like I said, he hits the mark on those all the time. And it's a really, really cool shot. I wonder if he picked as a Superman figure as well. I just took a photo last night with these guys. I don't know if I may have to share these things towards the end there so you guys could be able to see it. But the Hot Toys Dr. Doom, I didn't pick up the figure because I already have a Dr. Doom figure and I really like that Dr. Doom. So I went on to Toy Anxiety and I bought the little effects that he comes with. And when I picked those up, I was going to use them for something else. I was going to use them for my other Dr. Doom figure. But when I was looking at him, I was like, this actually looks really close to some kryptonite smoke. So, actually I used some of the shots last night with it, where I had I just kind of put the smoke effects around the Superman, and I kind of put Batman, like what Jay has right here. I kind of put Batman in that same kind of pose, like just walking around him, like, yeah, I got you now. That's that same type of thing. So yeah, I really like how he did this shot. This is really, really nice. You guys have anything to add? You want to add to it?
I love the lighting on this. Like, first thing that struck me was that like reddish glow on Batman's face.
Mm-hmm.
The lighting is, like, for me, a good 10 out of 10 on this one. I do agree with Bram though that the framing is really tight.
Yeah,
I would love to see more of what's happening. I would love to see more of the figure.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, like, where the framing gets a little tight is where the tip of the barrel of the gun's like almost out of frame, but barely in frame.
Yes,
A little bit more space around it. It would just look more well captured. But the lighting's excellent. It's an overall awesome shot.
Yeah, you guys already know, with our experience, if we had did a shot like this and we wanted to print it, that gun would probably get cut off.
Yep.
it would totally lose that gun. And that's one of the things that I learned a while back. And this is, you guys could touch on this as well, about just taking the shot. Just take the wide shot and crop it later. Don't just get everything. And it helps when you want to print your photos, because if something gets cut off because you have so much space, you're like, it's fine. If it gets cut off, I still got everything in there. So yeah, he would probably lose the gun and probably part of that arm. He was going to
look more like a walkie-talkie instead of a gun at that point.
Yeah. You can afford to lose part of that arm though. If you gave a little extra space in front of that barrel. You know, it could cut off at that arm, and it wouldn't.
Yeah.
I think it would do a lot to damage the composition
Mm-hmm.
to allow for that little extra, you know, space at the barrel edge.
Yes.
So I think you could afford to kind of, you know, cut into his shoulder a little bit. But
Yeah.
the trick with Batman to me is always, I mean, he just has to be in a dark situation, right? And so keeping his head from blending into the background is always the trick, is getting that light, that backlight to separate him from his background. And I like the way this has been done, you know, just because you have to be able to separate him from that, whatever his dark background is, without making him while keeping him shadowy still.
Yep.
You know, and that's, for me, that's always a real trick. So yeah, this lighting is subtle on the one hand, but it's also just so sharp and edgy on the other side. And it's fantastic. It's really good.
That's the thing I also like about it, is the lighting, because he used that light up here, is able to draw that line even with that black background. He's able to, you know, have a defining line for where the head ends and the background begins. So yeah.
And also
definitely a good shot.
Shallow depth of field too, so the cape blurs out, but he's in focus, so it really helps to create a little bit more presence in the cowl.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, so I just pulled it up real quick. Let me get this shot here so I can show you guys. This is what I managed to pull off last night with this this thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're right.
So it's kind of like the same thing, is just, you know, grabbing similar pose or whatever, but it's like these effects like really worked, you know, to have something like, but still same, you know, just subtle little walk with everything. So yeah, very cool. So thanks very much for submitting, Jay. Let me go ahead and let me pull up our next shot here. Oh, we have, let's see, can I pull this up? Where is it? Here we go. We have a shot that's been submitted by Mr. Ken. So, Ben, did you use some rain effects on that or some smoke? What did you use for that?
That's practical smoke.
Okay.
And with my handy Ulanzi.
Okay.
And then a rain effect. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the one you just recently bought, right?
This is that one that I just showed you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And it's, so the rooftop, is that something that you built?
I composited that in, actually.
Oh, okay.
I have the rooftop, so I stole it from the internet. Don't tell anybody.
You know, this looks a lot like, I don't know if you've ever seen that short Batman Dead End.
Yeah, Dead End. Yeah,
that looks a lot like Clark Bartram.
Yeah,
played Batman.
I didn't even think about that.
That looks a lot like him, and that rooftop that you composited in really accentuates his pose, because it looks like you're looking up at that rooftop at him. Yeah. Looking at you, and it's like, oh crap, he's seen me.
Yes, right.
Yeah, whatever I'm doing, it's that moment between stopping what I'm doing and realizing I'm about to get my body parts handed to me one piece at a time.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I like about just shooting Batman in general, is because when you shine a light on him, when you get your shots, it creates those defining lines through the shadows.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, just being able to see the definition in the legs, it's a result of shining the light and just letting the shadows hit around there.
Yeah.
So this was off-camera flash, actually, because I wanted to get as much of the smoke detail as I could.
Okay.
So it was shot at 1/200th.
Okay.
With so all the ambient light didn't even matter. and then I added the rain. I was trying to use a squirt bottle, but then it was too fast to capture. I couldn't have you couldn't have both.
Oh,
I
right.
couldn't have that rapid fire flash and get a rain effect. So
Yeah.
so if you it's all dappled in water, but
yeah. Unless you want to do an instance where, and I've seen people do that, where they take like a flower pitcher,
flower water or whatever.
Yeah, and they're just pouring the water.
Right, but it was all I would have gotten was little round circles of water because the shutter speed was so fast.
Yeah.
I couldn't get the sweeping rain. So
yeah,
I was just playing, trying to get something dramatic, and I've got a version without the water, and I think maybe without the rain actually looks a little better because the blacks in behind are really deep and solid. The rain almost washes it out a little too much.
Yeah, the one thing I've learned to do when it comes to these, like if I want to kind of get the rain effect, it doesn't always work for me when I'm using smoke. So that's why I say this worked for you for smoke, but for if you were to use this technique for the rain, you'd probably lose the smoke. But when I lower my ISO, that'll increase my shutter speed, and therefore I'll have more time. So you would catch the rain effect, but again, you would lose the smoke effect because you would the smoke, like what you have right here, the swirl, it would just turn to a fog.
Yeah.
And you would lose, quite a bit of that. So you take one with the other, but still this is good. I honestly, with the spray that you have and the water droplets and the smoke, that all comes together for this. Yeah. So this came out really good. Oh, well, thank you, Ken. Thank you for submitting this, sir. This is definitely a good shot. Enjoy it. I think we only have one more shot here. Yeah, this is from Rick. This is 6 pick Rick. This is man, I like how Rick uses this the diorama, because this whole thing is that 1/18 scale diorama that Joy Toy makes, and then just threw a can in the background there. That was cool. So and then these guys, there's aren't these what was it? I can't remember the name of those enemies from Avengers.
Oh, that's
yeah. And then this is the Mezco Savage, I think it is.
Yeah, Doc Savage.
Yeah, Doc Savage. Yeah.
I thought that was Duke from G.I. Joe, but I don't have him. Hate in the comments.
Yes. I mean, as far as Mezco is concerned, Duke's not that big. So, but yeah, this is I like the lighting on the shots. The only thing is, I'm kind of looking at the can, and the lighting makes it look like a can more than a barrel. That's probably what he's going for. He's trying to make it look like a barrel. But the probably I would have I don't know, maybe just laid it a little bit darker in the background. Maybe it's a stretch, but maybe. But these are the kind of things where the more you look at it, the more you notice. And because at first glance, you wouldn't the first thing I saw was the character. Like I saw Savage and the figures. And then the more I looked at it, it was like, okay, let me check out this scene. What's putting him here? Why is he in this scene? Why is he in this pose? And so when you start looking at those kind of things, then you just start noticing more. And then the more you stare at it, then you start thinking, is that a can? It's just like that kind of thing. And then it just kind of, slowly just the reality. The fantasy starts to dissolve. The more you look at things, it just depends upon the shots that you're looking at. But yeah, It looks really, really cool. I like and that's the other thing that Brand pointed out that also looks nice is the smoke.
Yeah.
That's coming from the bodies and everything. That's nice. That's a nice touch to that. So yeah, this is really cool. This is really cool. He's protecting the can of tomato soup. well, I would say he's doing a good job of holding it down. So it looks really good, man. I think I like the I mean that is this again the pose and honestly I've noticed that in the group just over the past year that we've been seeing these photos come in. You guys have been doing a great job with the smoke. Like these smoke effects have been like really looking amazing. And so yeah, it looks nice. So very, very good job on the posing and everything. And I like the battle damage from the that he put into the shirt. So overall, yeah, I think the whole thing looks really, really nice. Anything else you guys want to add?
Presuming the other side of that can is open, I guess.
Right.
I would assume the peas are long gone.
Yeah.
I would flip it around so the open end is facing us. And we know that there's smoke of it. I would fill that can with smoke so it was billowing down. Now it's not a can, it's a vent of some kind. And now it's a practical purpose.
Or you could do the same thing and put like a little colored LED inside there.
Yeah.
Radioactive, and there's some like really like hostile stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Because I didn't realize it was a can until you said it. And okay. It doesn't read can, the bottom does. To me.
Okay. See, and that was the whole thing. I was what led to me seeing it as a can is the lines on the can. Because when you actually, I mean, for the most part, when you look at a barrel, you'll see lines on a barrel, but then there's like a separation in the center of it, where you wouldn't see those lines there. And that's but like you guys have mentioned, like if he turned it around, it wouldn't look like a barrel. It would look more like a pipe.
Yeah.
Or some kind of a tunnel of some kind. And then that will make sense, because with those kind of things, you do see lines all over it. So if he turned it around to where it was open-ended, yeah, and maybe even if he had nothing coming out and it's just dark, it still kind of gives the impression that this is a barrel. I'm sorry, not a barrel, but like a pipe that's attached to the whole setting. But it's just amazing how just that one subtle little change turns the outlook of what the whole thing could be in the background and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say that would be the only like little subtle change to it. He says can was the first thing I saw. So it was okay. Yeah. He says, I'll never use a can again. So yeah, that'll be the only thing. But again, this is really, it doesn't take away from the photo itself. Okay, the photo itself is a great shot, and it's just, these are just little subtle things, because guaranteed if you're going to use that can again, never say never. You might have an opportunity to do it.
Playing devil's advocate on this, I'm gonna. I don't know how hot a take it's gonna be, but what's cool about it, there's something cool about the can too, is that it really brings you back down to earth and knowing, okay, this is a toy, and this could add for the toy, that if it came to life, like if Doc Savage or Duke was actually in sort of like stop motion battle against these creatures, that I see him grabbing a giant can of soup because he knows he's a toy and he's just launching it at them. So it would make for a cool like childlike twist on it. But yeah, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Yeah, when you look at it, when you're trying to say I'm making a serious toy photo, yeah, it's a can. But at the same time, it looks like it can be used as a can for a toy that knows it's a toy. I'm going meta on this, I know.
So if this was a photo in a series of photos, maybe it starts out as an epic battle on some kind of interstellar space station, And gradually it becomes, you're clearly in somebody's house, living room, or, kid's bedroom, and he's got, what would have been garbage from down the kitchen has now become essential element. We all did that as kids, right?
Yes.
From cans and clothes pegs to whatever we needed, imagination had to fill in the gaps for stuff you didn't have, right?
I challenge him to put a can opener in the next pick. Put a can opener anywhere, and we got to find it.
See, that was the thing. I was gonna say, if the one way I would do it to make it look like it was a toy, or this would be a toy scene, is if it would be blurred in the background, but I would have like a desk or a window or a dog walking by, or something, just make it seem like this whole thing is taking place in a house, and the people that are in the house are totally unaware that this battle is taking place. And just be something else that's going on. But I would totally, have like an actual room in the background that you could totally tell is out of scale, and that this little battle is going on in that room. So, yeah, what's the scale, Popeye? There you go. So, yeah, this. Oh, really? Really?
Oh, yeah, and this is the first time we've seen it.
Yeah, I guess so. This is
that's and then.
Yeah. So hey, he's
now
making his
going to his Instagram.
I know, right? See, now we got to go back and look at all.
Yeah.
It's like looking at the plot twist and be like, wait a minute. Then you go all the way back to the movie and you're looking. It's like, wow, it's been in front of my face this whole time.
Oh my God!
It's the end of.
I know,
it's
right?
at the end of The Sixth Sense, only with
yeah, exactly. right. Yes.
He was
well, Rick, man, thanks very much for submitting the shot, man. This is really really clever. I really like it. So that's gonna do it for these shots. So the next series of photos that we're gonna look at, we're not critiquing them at all. These are just photos that were just submitted within the week. And there's some really really cool shots that were thrown in. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what we got.
Oh, I saw
Yeah.
that. This is a David Surf, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Another really nice one. I like how that came out. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I just recently bought this figure, man. I really like how Mezco did this figure. They went all out for that one.
I missed out on
it. Just the way he lights up and everything. I mean, it's an amazing, pretty amazing. It's pretty limited on articulation, but it still looks pretty cool. Oh, another nice one. Nice. Savage. Shirt's all clean. This is before the battle. Before he steps into the living room and catches the can. Harold. This is Harold with his Godzilla shots. So nicely done. I also saw that Harold picked up the that T-Rex figure. Oh, that's another one from Jay. And see again, Jay with the subtle lighting.
Yeah, that glint in the eye is just perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks like Popeye's basement.
Right.
Subletting.
Rearrange furniture. Right. This was another nice one too. Yeah. My gosh. Really cool. I'd be like, as soon as I saw that, I'd be like, we're screwed. It's just like, forget it. It's like, we are the snack. All right. We got Doctor Strange. Very cool. All right, Bram. Have a good one, sir. Thanks very much for joining us today, dude. Glad you was able to be here and we started your day. Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy building your car.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Hush Batman. I actually I have this one. It looks like that's the Mezco Robin that's in the background. Oh, I just noticed there was a Red Hood back there too. You can see that. Nicely done. Mega Red. Very cool. Oh, this is another nice shot. I like how this one came out. Similar to the one that he submitted last week. It's coming really good. Morbius. It's like it's raining blood.
I hate that.
It's already better than the movie.
I would agree. I would agree.
Keep hating me in the comments if you liked it. It's okay.
This is great.
I like the use of this body. This is actually a pretty cool. I haven't bought it because I don't know what I would use it for, but it looks really really cool. I like this. This was another contender for like photo of the week because man, this is a beautiful shot. Really nicely done.
Yeah, I just saw this one today. I was wondering, what's he
guy too? Really cool. And
is he inside like a reel-to-reel container? I was curious.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. Nice. Yeah, this was another good shot too. Really nice. Nice glow from the claws. This was another good one, man. Okay. This was very nicely done.
Incredible. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other figure I picked up. I finally got my T800 in the mail, so I'm gonna have to mess around with that one too. Oh yeah. Oh, this was another good shot. Man, this nicely done. Very, very nice. Very, very cool. Actually, now that we got the shots going right now, I'm going to take this time to mention there are 2 suggestions that we're going to throw out for starting today to next week, and I'll put up a graphic for it in the group so you guys can be able to see. But we're going to do 2 things. First thing is Ken gave a good idea for a photo, and so I want to use that one because I think it'll be good. And I'm probably going to just include the hashtags with it so we can be able to see the 2. But the idea that Ken had was kind of a how it started and how it's going type shot. So we're asking you guys for 2 photos. One is like one of your first shots. Okay, when you first started doing toy photography, if you haven't tossed that shot in the trash, it's because of how these things are going. But we want to do 2 shots. One is like a shot of like I said, your beginning shots, and a photo of like your latest photo, even if you want to take a new one, or if you want, try to recreate the shot that you took in the beginning if you still have the figures or whatever, and do that, just so we have an opportunity to be inspired by growth, and also it gives us an opportunity to reflect on how we have evolved from the time we started till now. So I think it'd be a good thing to see. So 2 photos, you can put it in the same post, but one photo of like one of your shots that you took when you first started doing toy photography, and then your next shot would be like with the way you take photos now. It would help if you like include the dates, like put a year on it or something, or just put it in the comment when you post, like this photo was taken this year, or this particular year, and compared to these are my photos now, so you can be able to see just how far you've come, how far you've grown in your toy photography. So yeah, I think that'll be good. But that's going to be one of the things that we're going to share next week. We want to be able to see where you guys, how it started for you and where you are now. I think that'll be a cool thing to see. The other thing that we're also going to do, you can also participate in this category as well if you like. Considering the month, I would like to do some Black History type photos. So any characters that you have, any Black characters that you have, like actors, whatever. Um, I want to like to see some of those. Uh, I did a shot years ago, and I think I'm going to do it again. But I did a shot where I grabbed, at the time, I grabbed all of the Black characters that I have, and I have a 1/6 scale couch, and I had them all sitting on the couch, like they were all just just hanging around. And I think I might try to recreate that scene with the new figures that I now have to support all those actors and things. So yeah, so if you want to do the other one where you submit your first shot and your new shot, or you want to do the Black History Month shot, or you could do both. Just I haven't well, I'll put both hashtags for each one so we can be able to grab them for next week. But yeah, that's what we are going to do for those shots. Just one is just to be a inspiration to other toy photographers, and the other one is just inspiration in general, just showing the highlights of how far we've come and things like that, and promoting all the stuff. So yeah, I will include a graphic for that later on. I'll work on that today and get it just so that we can post it. But yeah, that'll be the thing that we're going to do, and I'll grab all those photos for our Toytography Live for next week. Also wanted to let everybody know the GoFundMe page is still going. The link's down in the description. Also, I put a link to the website because we're still trying to collect as many emails as we can for support for the store. Because again, it'll help me in like speaking to someone about getting the property and where we want to go. That's the main thing. So yeah. Anything else you guys want to mention? Like anything you guys got working on? Anything you want to make anybody aware of?
Yeah, at this moment, I don't think so. Not me.
Okay. So just an easygoing week, huh?
I brought something up to share that
Okay.
I brought to the Action Figure Comic Con. It was a project that I was working on. I've always wanted, before I started taking photos of toys, I always wanted to be a comic book artist, and can't draw for the life of me.
Okay.
If you told me your life depends on it, I would fail. But
okay.
At Action Figure Comic Con, I had my display all my toy photography. But for anybody that was not able to decide on just one, I thankfully have an excellent print house nearby my house, like a minute drive, and they published 24 of my photos into a comic book.
Oh wow!
So
cool.
Nice.
They helped me, and I put together a 24-page comic book, and it looks and feels like a really, really nice comic book with a cardstock cover.
Nice.
And then 24 just full pages, no text, nothing, just a bunch of my personal favorites.
Okay.
I brought a bunch of them to Action Figure Comic Con so I can sell them to anybody that was looking to get some, and it was really nice to be able to show that to people.
Really cool.
More than one piece of my work into their hands, give them a bunch of the photos too. So that was a lot of fun, and that was a long time coming for me because something I wanted to do since I started doing toy photography. Okay. But a labor of love. It's nice seeing a culmination of my work published.
Yes.
So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I'm doing another show where I'm going to have those on display in Montreal, May 3rd in Dubai, actually, where I live in Montreal, where it's going to be a Toy Con, and I'm going to be there on display showing people.
Nice. And that's cool. I love seeing that stuff. That is absolutely great. I like watching a lot of you guys, and just when you when I first started talking to you guys, it was just like, yeah, you know, I'm doing my toy photography. This is the thing. And within the short time, because we just did the toy photography challenge just last year, and to see within that short time, here it is, we're now circling back to that year and seeing the progress that you guys have made. I mean, that alone is inspiring in a number of different areas. I mean, it's just really cool to see. I mean, I was blown away when I saw Zord Photography, Patrick, when I saw the new Hot Toys release photos, and it was his stuff. Like Hot Toys commissioned him to pose some of the new figures. I'm like, man, look at you. Yeah, it's like that's fantastic. So to watch these things happen for you guys, it's absolutely amazing stuff. And yeah, I'm super proud to know you guys. It just, you know, my day is coming. Okay, my day is coming. Either I will come to you or I will fly y'all out here to me so we can get a chance to meet up and everything. But yeah, it's just really cool to see, you know, you guys, and as far as you know, how far you guys have come and everything. So it's really cool to see. So so with that said, we're going to wrap it up. But I would say, man, thank you guys for being here today and sharing the information with the con, sharing your photos and all this stuff. And you know, I will just toss it out there that this is the last time. I mean, this is not the last time you will see these guys here. You will see them over here again for sure. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty exciting the next time I, you know, have you guys make an appearance. So, but thank you very much.
Well, thanks to you too, Brian, because like a show like this is, you know, what gets it out there. So again, it's another example of just the willingness to give people a place to go and share their love of what we do, whether it's for a hobby or whether you're trying to, you know, get something bigger out of it. Yeah. You know, you provide that opportunity for everybody here. Yeah. So
yeah, I'm happy to do it, because it's not there's a lot of people that were like, oh my gosh, your photos are amazing, they look great. And I'm like, but I'm not the only one. Like, there's other people out here too that do great, you know, great stuff. So yeah, I'm happy to do it. And that's the thing that I enjoy the most about this, is meeting people. You know, that's the best part about it. Is so yeah, it's one I can easily post everybody's photos and be like, yeah, look at this one, look at this one, look at them. But to see the faces behind those things, that's the great stuff.
That's one last thing I want to say, actually. Yeah, I meant to say it earlier, sorry. Was at the con, meeting people and then them saying, oh, I follow you on Instagram. That was a kick too. Like, I've never experienced anything like that before.
Yes.
And it's like, wow, this must be what Tom Cruise feels.
Yeah. I had some guy that walked up. He recognized my work, but my logo was down at the front of my table.
Okay.
He's like, you're here? Like, yeah, I guess. Like,
yeah, hey, trust me, I know the feeling. I still remember, because I mean, I just never forget it, because this is how great it felt. But one of my favorite photographers and posers is Terry Smith at Sideshow. Absolute great guy to talk to. I mean, I just enjoy talking to him all the time whenever I get a chance to. And I remember that one year where Sideshow invited me to be on their Strike a Pose show. And I'm sitting there thinking like, oh my gosh. I mean, yes, I'm getting a free figure, but oh my gosh, I got to be on the show with Terry. And it was just like, it was just a great feeling. And when I got on the show and he started and he introduced me, he was like, and we want to welcome in Brian Carr. Brian, man, I've been following your photos for a while and you're on your account. I'm like, what? Like, you would follow me? Yeah. You know? So it was just like, are you serious? And I mean, so he had said, he was like, oh yeah, he said, I'm a fan of your work and everything. And so I was like, gosh, it's just that feeling of, you know, like, wow, man, someone is actually, you know, following your work, and you it's like, yes, you do see the numbers. Okay. You see the numbers of the followers coming in, but again, you don't see those faces. But when you see the faces of someone who's like, oh yeah, man, I've been following you, I love your work and everything, it's like that just a good feeling to feel as well. So yeah, it's it's like, you know, it just helps you feel like you're not alone. You do have people here who enjoy, you know, the time and everything, and enjoy your work and everything, and you are making impact somewhere. So it's a great feeling. So yeah. But again, thank you guys for being here, man, and thank you guys for sticking around. I know we've gone, you know, it's past our normal time. You know, we normally go for an hour on this thing, but considering the company, I wanted to take advantage of the, you know, every bit of the moment. So again, thank you guys for being here, and thank you guys for sticking around and watching. That is all for today. Thank you very much, and we will see you next week. Stay inspired, keep going, and we'll see you next time. Have a good time, guys. See you later.